G'day everyone, welcome back to Marc and Cars. Glad you come back to the channel. I'm Marc, this is a 987 2011 Boxster Spyder. Let's go for a drive. This is a lot of fun. Now I'm telling you, if you think you've driven a Boxster, you've got to drive a Spyder. This is unbelievable. Now I know these 2011 cars weren't developed by the Motorsports division, but it is a cracker. I've driven plenty of Boxster S's. This thing goes. It revs up, it revs down. The Sport Plus sports exhaust combo on this car, and it's a PDK, is unbelievable. Please, hope you stay for the whole video because I'm going to take you through the car. I hope you guys can hear this sound because it is unbelievable. This is a 2011 Porsche 987 Boxster Spyder. The Boxster Spyder was introduced at the 2009 LA Motor Show as a more premium option above the Boxster S, which it's based on. Built as an homage to the original Porsche Spyders from the 50s and the design philosophy of lightweight racing cars, this new Spyder design successfully emulates this in a modern road car. Given an extra 10 horsepower, taking up to 320 horsepower, and through the engine remapping, making it feel like a lot more in the way only Porsche does, combined with a weight reduction of 80 kilograms, makes this an incredibly lively sports car experience. To cut weight out of the car, Porsche removed the AC, radio, inner door handles and soft top assembly. The very distinctive rear lid with its iconic double bubble is made of aluminium, as are the doors, straight out of the motorsport department, used on the GT3s of the same era. The Spyder was also fitted with carbon racing bucket seats and the lightest wheels Porsche had ever fit to a road car. These 19-inch wheels were designed especially for it. It also came with a smaller battery and smaller fuel tank. This particular example has been optioned with the 7-speed PDK transmission, which can be actuated through the shift pedals that came with the optioned 3-spoke sports steering wheel. It also had the Sports Chrono Plus box ticked, which includes the Sports Plus and Sports exhaust buttons. Both make a very noticeable difference to the driving experience through dynamics, response, road feel and sound. This car has also had the radio and AC fitted as no-cost options. Aside from the magnificent shape and design of the rear lid, the Spyder also has a very unique looking roof when fitted. Much lighter and in reality a lot less effective than the original Boxster roof, but the lines are also complemented with the driver and passenger windows being reshaped to follow the new roofline of this car. all, the driving experience of the Boxster Spyder, this 987 series, it is a great driving car. Dynamically, it's fantastic. Suspension's pretty good. It's firm. It's firm. There's no doubt about that. It's it's a sports car, but I spent over an hour driving it earlier this morning out on the freeway to get a different feel, some windy roads, that type of thing, and I actually think you could day with this car pretty comfortably. Of course, the sports buckets aren't that easy to get in and out of, particularly when you have the seat as far forward as I do because of my height. But, that's the price you pay. I would say, performance-wise, it's quite noticeable. It's only 10 more horsepower than a Boxster S, 987 Boxster S. It feels more. I think it's a Porsche 10 horsepower, which is probably 25 or more, or so, is what it feels like. It does feel like noticeably more. I know the car was developed in-house at Porsche. It didn't go to the motorsport division like the current Series 4.0 Boxster Spyder does, but it's still very much been built from the parts bin of that part of Porsche. It's got the center exit dual exhaust like the GT3 of this era, the 997. It's got sports bucket seats, it's got aluminium doors, it's got slightly different glass as well on the doors to match the shape of the top when the top's up. This car's actually been spec'd with sports chrono and sports steering wheel. The sports steering wheel is quite nice. It's got because it's a PDK car, it's got the paddle shifters up here, which, fantastic. I've mentioned it already in the video. The gear shifting is first class. Even these earlier PDKs, unbelievable. The sports buckets are deep, like my eye line. The owner of the car, Katherina, she's as vertically challenged as I am, and her husband, and between her and her husband, they came up with the idea of making this slight seat booster. It's a piece of cloth that goes on top of the sport bucket, shaped correctly. So I'm sitting on it now. It's necessary for me, otherwise we'll be able to see over the dash. But yeah, look, interior-wise, features, it's pretty basic, but it's a sports car. It's got the pulls for the door instead of a door handle for weight saving. There's no door pocket storage or anything like that on either door. There's that little cubby on the passenger side where on the driver's side you got the switches for the front and rear boot. There's a little ashtray type thing next to the handbrake here, and a small console behind it. Talking about other features that the car was spec'd with, it's got sports exhaust, which I've currently got on, which it's a great sound, with a Spyder, roof down, and you put it in Sport Plus and it's banging through those gears and it's barking. It's a great sounding car, amazing sounding. Actually, you heard Jerry Seinfeld recently talk on Spike's Car Radio. He's just recently got rid of his 987 Spyder because he had both the 987 and the 718, the new one, and he believes this generation sounds better than the new one. Who would know better than someone who has both? I don't think you'd modify the exhaust if you bought this car. I know it's a common mod for a lot of Porsche owners, but I don't think you would. In fact, I don't think I'd mod anything on this car. It sounds good, handles nicely, comes with big wheels, big rubber. Just an all-round great looking car. Asking price in this car is right for the current market here in Australia. Links below, as I mentioned it before. You decide if you think it's worth it or not. I think it might be. If you compare this driving experience with a 996 or 997 GT3, this is about half the money, and I reckon you're getting pretty close to a comparable driving experience, not half the driving experience. Sure, plenty of Porsche owners think the brand is one car, 911, I get that, but if you're looking for a good weekend sports car and you're happy with two seats, this is a pretty good one. So I've had an amazing experience driving the Spyder, and this is Katherina, where actually I tried to film a bit of audio with Katherina earlier, but didn't work out that well. We turned up and met at the Porsche Club of Western Australia's monthly meeting, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to her about the car. Thanks for letting me drive it, Katherina.
You're very welcome.
Thanks. Tell me, the car itself, how long have you had it for?
I had it for about 3 years.
Sure. And you found it locally, over east, overseas?
No, I found it on the internet, so I was doing some research, and I had a Boxster S at this time, and when I saw it, I thought I just have to have it, and I didn't even fly over, I didn't look at it, I just bought it.
Good photography then?
Yes, it was, yeah. But I thought, well, I can't go wrong with a Porsche,
Sure. Mm-hmm. And to drive dynamically, very different to a Boxster S.
It is. No, you absolutely, you can't compare it. The way it goes around the corners, and I only know that because I did a track day with Porsche Centre Chillingworth. So
Sure.
We were at Barbagallos Raceway, and we were all given a professional instructor. And so it was a very safe environment, and I had no idea what this car can do. Compared to the Boxster, there is no comparison, nothing at all.
I'd have to agree. I've mentioned numerous times in this video that the experience is just second to none. I really enjoyed it myself.
It's surprising, isn't it?
It is, very surprising.
Yeah.
And the overall, the aesthetic of the car is stunning. The double bubble on the back with the rear Spyder section and the Spyder roof. How do you find that driving daily? Do you drive it with the top down all the time, or?
Yeah, well, it is my daily drive, but then again, I don't commute, so I'm lucky.
Sure.
I work from home, so I use it very rarely, maybe once or twice a week. And every time it gets so much attention, it's just unbelievable. I stand at a traffic light or I park the car somewhere and people inquire, what is it? Because it's not obvious that it's a Porsche when you see it straight away. And everybody says it's a beautiful car, whether it's young people or older people, they all love it because of the design. They've really designed it very well. And it is unusual, as they say, with the humps at the back. Yeah.
It is, yes. Not an easy car to follow up. The car's currently for sale, link below. Tell me, what's coming next?
Yeah, what's coming next is the new 911 Targa, which has been a dream for many, many years. So
Sure.
I've been a Porsche fan since I can remember. Mm-hmm. And it is with a very heavy heart that I let the Spyder go, but there's just no space for two cars. I mean, I hardly drive the Spyder, so imagine if I had two cars,
Sure.
then,
Sure.
what would I do? And now it's time, and I'm pretty sure that the new owner will care for it as much as I did.
I've no doubt. I've been doing the numbers myself. I'm half a starter as the new owner, I'll be honest with you. New Targa.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing that in the flesh. When are you expecting it?
I don't know. They haven't given me a delivery date yet, but it's probably maybe September, October.
Oof, long wait.
Yes, it is. But you're very welcome to review it. So as soon as I get it, I give you a call, and then we can go for a spin and we can check it out and see whether it is as good as they say.
Have you had any experience with the 991 Targa? The current generation Targa, which the top is essentially the same, but the bottom is now 992, obviously.
No, unfortunately not.
Oof,
no, they
you're going to be
so
pretty
rare.
impressed.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm sure about that.
Fantastic. Well, I really appreciate your time today and giving me the opportunity also to have a bit of time behind the wheel. Love the car. I don't know if I'll be letting it go as willingly as you are right now, but...
Not willingly, that's what I said before. It is with a very heavy heart. But
Sure.
you can only have so many things.
Apparently. Thanks very much today.
You're welcome.
So it's been an amazing couple of days spent here with the Boxster Spyder. Thoroughly enjoyed driving it. I've got a whole new appreciation for this car. In all honesty, I just thought it was a jazzed up Boxster S, but the whole driving experience, the aesthetic, everything about the car, I've been absolutely loving it. Anyway, the car's currently for sale. I'll put a link below in the description. Contact the owner. If you're half a starter on a triple black Boxster Spyder, this is a good one. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the channel. and any other videos you do whilst you're browsing the channel. If you haven't already, think about subscribing, and thanks for watching Marc and Cars.